Hi guys, and welcome back to my self-employment series and section 3 of the business plan mini-series. So today's section is all about the customer. So you will start on page 10 because we've done the previous 9 pages and we're going to go straight in. So let's get going. So page 10 of your business plan is your customer profile. Now to do this, you need to think about what your ideal customer is or your typical customer. So think about who you're targeting and you need to define them as much as you possibly can. So where do they live? Where do they work? What are their career goals? What is their background, their education? What social class do they belong to? Where do they shop? What brands do they love? How do they spend their spare time? What are their hobbies, interests? Do they like to travel? Do they care about their health? Just define as much as you possibly can about your typical customer. So you can either split this page into two, so that customer profile will be the first bit and the second bit will be their needs, or you can do 2 separate pages if you have a lot of info on that. So the customer needs is simply what are their needs or what is their problem and how are you providing a solution to that problem. So go in as much detail as you feel you need to about what is missing from that typical customer's life and how you are filling that gap. So the solution that you are providing to their problem. So when you're creating your customer profile, you can actually create a made-up person, so you can give them a name, you could find an image off Google or use someone you know. So literally create that image of your typical customer. I'll outline everything you need to include about them in the worksheet, which is linked in the description. So you can literally go through that list of factors and apply it to your customer. So page 11 is customer loyalty. Now, this might not take too long, but you've just got to think about how you will get customers to come back to you and how you will build their loyalty. You want the value of each of your customers to be high, so rather than serve as many people as you possibly can and reach as many people as you possibly can for a small bit of income, it's a lot of the time it's worthwhile to have high value customers. So less of them, but each one would be very loyal and bring a lot of value to your business. So this page is just about how you can serve them in the best possible way and ensure that they keep coming back to you. Page 12, your marketing campaign. Now this might be long. If you're unsure of marketing, then just make some rough notes as much as you can from this video, and then I will probably do a whole video on marketing in the future because there's just so much to include, it's impossible. So for your initial focus on marketing or your marketing campaign, just think about social media. So which channels will you use and why? So if your business is very visual based, like if you're an artist, then I would look at Pinterest and Instagram. So just have a research, Google tips for Instagram, tips for Pinterest, just get to grips with those channels and see how they can work for you. It might not be those, it may be Facebook and Twitter or whatever your channels. Just have a look at all of them and just decide which you think would be suited. You can set up accounts on all of them, but social media does take a lot of time, and I would have some 2 or 3 focus channels that you really put the most effort into. You can also think of the primary ways to reach your audience. So this might not be digital, it might be printing flyers and putting them through letterboxes or advertising in local shops. This will totally depend on your business, and you just need to think about the primary ways that you think reaching people will be the most successful. It might take some research or it might take some trial and error. So you may just think, right, I'm going to do 10 things and then I'm going to bring the results back from that and then see which works and then adjust it going forward, which is fine. But for now, just make some notes on your sort of initial gut instincts in those areas. Also think about when you plan on implementing each part of your strategy. So you could make a little timeline of month 1, I'm going to do these things, month 2, I'm going to do this. And then go on maybe for the first sort of 6 months and just get an idea of which marketing you're going to implement in that time, and it just gives you sort of something to sort of stick to and like a starting point basically. As part of your marketing campaign, you can also consider ways of enticing new customers. So sort of giveaways, competitions, maybe brainstorm some ideas of those sort of things that you could do. Again, and which channel would you do them on social media, or would you have a fundraising event? Just think of how you will implement those giveaways and competitions. Also, something to think about in your campaign is including your story. So this is it will include your background, a bit about you, and the journey you went on to start your business, so the sort of up until this point. And that allows your customers to sort of get to know you, and that in turn can build trust. So if you're just a corporate, you're hidden behind like a corporate barrier, it's really hard to get to know you and connect with the brand. So try to put yourself as part of your brand and let people know about you. Okay, I'm gonna keep it at that for now. There are other parts of marketing, obviously SEO, loads to delve into, but that should give you just a starter for your like initial marketing campaign of how you're gonna get the word out about your business. And then in another video, or a few probably, I'll go into more depth on each individual aspect of marketing. So that's your next 3 pages. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.